What is going on, fellow fans of Clash Royale? Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And yes, we are talking about what some people would call the best deck ever in Clash Royale, but I'm going to go ahead and start this video with a warning, and that is you guys have to remember that things are changing constantly. This is a lot of balancing happening in this game right now. New cards and cards are being nerfed, buffed, damage added, hit points added, removed. So don't get too comfortable with any one deck and don't ever think that any one deck is ever going to completely dominate the game. Although right now things are a little bit out of control with the Pekka Double Prince deck. Just about everybody, especially at higher levels, 10, 11, 12, is running this deck or very similar variants of it. It really seems like there's a domination right now of the Pekka Double Prince and one of the Hog Cycle decks that we see, Hog Freeze or another Hog Cycle like I've made videos about in the past. But today we're talking about Pekka Double Prince, and it is strong for a reason. Obviously, you've got some cards that are extremely difficult to counter, and when you can stack them up late in the game, especially with Elixir pumping, double Elixir, a Pekka, and a couple of Princes, it is very difficult, to say the least, to stop them from getting to the tower. So we are going to go ahead and use it. I've used it a few times, had some success with it, and I can definitely understand why people say it is so successful. The freeze spell, so flexible, works on defense, works on offense. You don't have to freeze with any specific one card, but if the Pekka gets to the tower, that is what happens. You are going to be overwhelmed, and right here, my opponent misses with the arrows, the minions get in there, and that Pekka, I'm telling you, it's like a giant skeleton. You've got to keep it away from the tower. It does so much damage once on top of the tower. Before you know it, this is a 3-0 win. The Pekka just absolutely wrecking everything in its path. Now, yes, the Pekka Double Prince, they seem like the key cards, but in my opinion, really it's the Princess, the Minion Horde, and the arrows that are the key cards to this deck, because you've got to wipe out those smaller units that obviously your opponent wants to use to stop you with these big giant units. Now, we know that the Dark Prince does splash damage, and that's one of the reasons he's great used in combination with the regular Prince. He also clears stuff out for the Pekka, but really it's these splash damaging control cards, the minions, the Princess, and the arrows, that do so much to clear the way for any of those three cards, or a combination of two of those three cards, or sometimes just one of those cards late in the battle. So we're into another battle here, 11 versus 11. I do get my Prince to the right-hand tower, but the big damage is on the left-hand tower with my favorite card, the Minion Horde, combined with the freeze spell, and they annihilate that tower. Let me tell you right there, this may be a great deck. Some people may say it's the best deck ever right now, but I still absolutely love my Minion Horde, and that is one of the reasons why. So an early 1-0 lead with 1 minute down in this battle, and as you can see, just about half of the King's Tower hit points are also gone, making it just about as vulnerable as the right lane tower. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable right now, just trying to preserve that lead. You can see he's dropped the Elixir Collector back in the back corner. Now we are going Double Prince Pekka against Double Prince Pekka here, obviously, but he's brought a dragon, and he also has the skeleton army, which can be tough. Again, it's all about controlling the splash damage that they bring along with it. And here comes the Pekka, here comes the Dark Prince, but meeting the Pekka with the Pekka on my side of the river is a huge advantage for me. The Minion Horde goes down, that is going to wipe out the Prince. Sure enough, the Pekka down, and then they move on, taking down the Ice Wizard on their way towards the tower. And again, I've talked about this in previous episodes. Anytime you can do big battles like this on your side of the river is the key. But look at that! One shot from that Pekka. One shot just annihilated that tower. The skeleton army comes a little bit too late. And again, that is the beauty of the Pekka card. No other card in this deck will do that kind of damage in one shot. And really, all you need to do is get a Pekka and one shot on a tower a couple of times, okay, 3 or 4 times in a battle, and it's all yours. So we've got 2 towers down. This is not looking good for my opponent. Last 30 seconds, you can see my right tower down below half health, but even if I were to lose it here at the end, which I won't because I've got a Pekka on defense, it is easily going to stop both of those Princes. And again, that is the coordination factor here. You've got to try to get those big confrontations on your side. Look at the Princess go, man. I didn't even realize she had such a widespread range on those arrows. Those skeletons were gone in a blink of an eye, and at this point, the Troll Elixir Collector, the good game, comes up. He's just trying to make sure he doesn't get 3 crowned, It's all over, the freeze spell on the King's Tower, and another Pekka double Prince deck doing work. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I still honestly feel like player skill is more important than the actual deck. As long as your deck is fundamentally sound, as it has the right basic cards in it, you can win with almost any deck. But right now, of course, this deck is just so popular that here we go again. I am facing yet another Pekka Double Prince deck, which does give me an idea. I do hold tournaments about once a week in my live streams, and I probably will hold a tournament where everybody has to use the exact same deck. And we might make it an unusual deck so that nobody's necessarily had practice with it, and see how that works out. But in any case, here we go once again, a little Prince on Prince action, but it happens on my side of the river. I'm happy with that because I've got the tower pitching in, and we're going to get that Prince down before it gets to the tower. Now here I go a little ambitious, a little risky. I drop the Pekka way out in front, hoping that maybe she can get just one shot on that tower before she goes down. Looks good until the freeze spell drops. That's going to stop everybody in their tracks. But we have the Pekka waiting. She's not going to go down completely before she thaws out. And in fact, with the minions out of the picture, the Pekka is going to take this tower down by herself with almost no hit points left. She is so tanky. She gets 3 shots in, and that tower is a memory with a little bit of help from the Minion Horde. So right there, everything came down to the epic timing, if I do say so myself, of that freeze spell. It was just perfectly timed, got that tower down, and now my opponent has 2 elixir collectors pumping away, so I certainly can't sit back and relax because I'm obviously going to be in an elixir deficit, especially in about 20 seconds. So the Pekka on her way over, we're going to wait for her to come on my side of the river once again, and then have the confrontation on my terms, not theirs. Now the regular Prince coming down the right-hand side, that's going to be trouble, and it is going to get to the tower. That's a lot of damage. I have to use the freeze spell over there, but in the meantime, I've got my Pekka down on the left-hand side, and once again, she is just so powerful. The Dark Prince goes in, wipes out the princess, and here we go. Charging towards the tower, Minion Horde on the right, Pekka on the left. We got the Prince in behind the Pekka as well. If we can get those minions out of the way, looks good. Prince goes in, stabs the tower on a charge. So lots of hit points coming off that King's Tower. And quickly, both the King's Tower and the right lane tower are just about the same hit points. And that is a great position to be in because it keeps your opponent guessing. Will you come down and go for the second crown, or will you go left and go after the third crown, should I need to, obviously, as one of these towers could go down. Right-hand side, we missed the minions, so I do indeed lose a tower. My opponent wastes a free spell right there. In comes the Dark Prince. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Pekka down just to protect the King's Tower. You can see that both of our King's Towers are now damaged pretty similarly, so this battle is almost brand new. We are almost dead even right here. We both have elixir collectors working. We're into overtime. I've got the Pekka on the move, but yes, she's going to do battle on that side of the river, so advantage goes to the opponent. We both drop Minion Hordes at the same time, and right here, everything is going to get wiped out just about at the same moment. The battlefield almost completely clear except for the princess. Now he drops a Prince down. Prince takes out the princess, is going to take out my elixir collector, but here comes the sneaky move. Watch the left-hand side of your screen as I drop the Pekka way up here that just happened to be dropped at the same time as the Dark Prince. That was kind of a lucky accident on my part. The minions go down. If we can get those minions out of the way, we should be okay. I drop my own horde, and sure enough, the Pekka gets to the King's Tower, gets one shot in, but it is going to be the epic free spell that does it right there. Stops the tower, stops the Pekka, and 3 crowning the opponent. That free spell just worked out perfectly, and Pekka Double Prince takes down Pekka Double Prince. So yes, it may be one of the most popular decks out there and winning all sorts of battles, but I still insist it's about 2/3 skill and 1/3 deck. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thank you guys, as always, for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. Hashtag GalaFam if you stuck around, and I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, how about hashtag total damage if they stuck around this long?